I'm making some saw arbors for the Pultra lathe. Rather than having to keep changing the blade onto the arbor every time, I'm making arbors that they're all set up ready with the blade on. This is one I've already made. It's 20mm OD blades. I have a few of them, and 5mm ID. This one is 0.5 in thickness. This one is 0.3 in thickness, which is ideal for the very small screws. And it's countersunk. Takes a screw, 4mm screw in the middle, and this is threaded 4mm in there and 5mm in the end, reamed to take that, and then that screws it all together. So I thought I'd show you making one. This starts out life like that, in one piece, but I've cut it off, then I've faced it off in the Myford, and I've turned this down to a bit larger than what I need, and it's got to be cut off as well. And then I'll finish it off on the Pultra, because the last time I did one, I did it all on the Myford, and when I put it in the Pultra, it had a very slight wobble to it, which is not totally important with a saw blade, but I'd like to have it as accurate as possible. And so what I've done, I've already put this one in the Pultra lathe, and I've drilled it 2mm, 30mm deep. I didn't want to show you all that. And I've also drilled it 3.2mm, 30mm deep, which is sort of down here somewhere. All I've got to do now is drill it 3.5mm and thread it 4mm, and then 5mm, probably 8mm deep, something like that, and ream it. So I'll bring you back on the Pultra, and we'll go from there. Thanks. Okay, we're set up in the Pultra. I've got the 3.5mm drill bit in there, but I haven't got it full depth. I've just got a little bit stuck out, and then we'll drill that, and then we'll add a bit. I have it this deep because it's only a small thread, so there's a bit more thread to grip. Right, that's full depth now. The next job is to put a slightly larger drill in there, but not go so deep. Take that one out. 0.7, that'll do. 4.7 drill. Stuck out there. Yeah, just over 8mm, that's fine. A drop of oil. should be much more accurate. Actually doing the work in the Pultra. Probably on the limit of what it can do. It's a bit easier. Here's my brush. A little drop of oil. That's good enough for that. Now all we got to do is come out. All we got to do is put the reamer through. 5mm reamer. There's the reamer. It's 5mm. Okay, we're set up with a 5mm reamer. Good enough. So now that's that done. Just got to do the other end. This collar is one I don't normally use. I keep it in the tailstock because it stops the drawbar falling out. That's not very accurate, that one, but this is another one I got, so this is what I used, which is nice and accurate. I'll bring you back when I'm swapping over to the other, or when I've swapped over to the next bit. Okay, we're set up now to do the other bit. So I'm going to start off by centering the 2mm carbide drill bit. The centre put in, so now I'm going to put a 3.2 and then a 4 drill bit in there. Now I lied, I'm putting the 3.5 in. Again, start off with it short. And go up. It might be better to put a smaller one through first, you know. I'm so used to doing things like this on the MacLeod that the Pultra is not obviously so as powerful as the MacLeod, is it? So we start off with a smaller one, get the depth we want. We need to go about 12mm deep. That'll do nicely. Now we'll go up to the 3.5. It's a bit easier. and then we've got to put 4 through. That's it, that's down to depth. Now, this needs countersinking, but I don't have a countersink that will fit in a 5mm collet, so it has to be done in the MacLeod, but I still use an 8mm watchmaker's collet of a 5mm. I'll show you that once we're all set up with that. And this bit, I'm not going to show the threading because I'm just going to start the thread in the lathe and then finish it off in the vise. I'll bring you back when we're set up on the MacLeod. This is a tool I was on about that I use in the MacLeod lathe, and it takes an 8mm watchmaker's lathe collet. So that's MT2, which goes in the headstock of the MacLeod. Obviously this goes all the way through and screws into the collet. It was given to me by a friend and I've used it a few times. It's a very handy bit of kit. It's shop made, but it works well. I use it to do various jobs, but that's what I was talking about when I was countersinking the end of the sort arbor. Okay, we're set up on the MacLeod. You can see the parts in there, so it's just a matter now of countersinking. Make sure it's running true first. Yeah, not bad. Another drop of oil on that. I'm using the edge of the chamfer there to give me the correct depths that I need. I think that's right. And while it's in there, I'll just take the edge off the outside. Just got to face this off, which I forgot to do. And then turn that down a fraction. Now I've got to turn it down a fraction so it fits in there. See how much we've got to turn it down by. I think it's just under 6mm, if memory serves. According to that, it's just over 6mm. I want it to be a nice snug fit, not tight but no real discernible movement. When I get really close I use the other end of the arbor to check. Not quite yet. Still not quite. Check the blade, I think, as well. Yeah, not quite. It's getting there, but got to be careful. You don't want to take too much off. Just a snug fit of clean up and that should be okay. Yeah, just clean up with a bit of emery. We'll make sure that blade sits flat as well. Just going to undercut this slightly with a graver, just so the blade sits flush. So all I've got to do now is countersink it. I'm just turning this down a bit so it's a similar size to this one and the other one I'm doing as well, but I'm not going to show all of it. Okay, there we are. They just turned down enough, and I don't know whether you can see it, but I've put a line when these two are together. There's a line there that meets, when they meet up, then you know, or I know that it's where it was when it was turned. So that's 3 different sizes now. I've got 1 mil, half a mil and 0.3. Just got to make sure that lines up, which it doesn't. It moved, because when you tighten it up, obviously that cap turns, doesn't it? So I should be, just put it in the headstock and pinch it up. A bit fiddly to get it in line, but at least you know then that it's about as accurate as it's going to be. Lovely. That's all 3 of them done and ready to go. I hope that was informative. Just slightly different lengths, but I'm not too worried about that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.